me ask you this, Jerry, if I could. One of your favorite people, besides your brother, that you worked with, either as a tag team partner or as an opponent, just a person that you really just clicked with and just had a good chemistry with. Who would that be?
Well, there's a couple answers that as far as
Okay.
tag team goes. I'll start with that one first. When I finished up, I was over in Australia. I got the opportunity to go work for Jim Barnett in Australia. My original contract was for 12 weeks, 3 months. Went over. Barnett did everything in his power to try to get me to back out of that contract. He'd offered me like $600 in the beginning, $600 a week, which in the '60s that was big money.
Yeah.
So about a month before I was supposed to go over, he called me and said, Daryl, I just can't do the 600. I'm going to have to cut you down to 500 in hopes that I would cancel out. But I'd already told all my Oklahoma State buddies I'm going to Australia. And man, there was no way. He could have told me all he's going to pay me was $100. I would have gone just to go to Australia because I was one of those little country boys. I thought when I got down to Australia, I'd fall off the world, because it's at the bottom of the world there, And that's how much attention I paid to science and gravity and all that. But I went down there and I ended up staying a year. And I ended up the second week he backed up my pay there. He gave me what he had promised me. And before I left there, I was up there making just about what the top guys were making because I spent so much time over there. But while I was over there, we started talking. Barnett was a big influence on me, but Rip Hawk and Sweet Hanson from the Carolinas were in Austria, and I was working with them a lot. And they were teaching me, and I was trying to be like a sponge, just absorbing everything they said to me. So they really took a liking to me and thought I had some possibilities. So, come time where I've been a year in Australia, I need to start thinking about going back to the U.S. and where I'm going to go. So Barnett had contacted Roy Shire. So Roy was out in San Francisco was a possibility. Don Owens had expressed interest in me because one of his top guys, the Steiner brothers, were not the current Steiner brothers, but those Siger brothers, whatever Von Siger was, whatever the name. They enjoyed working with me, so they fixed me up with Don Owens out there. But Rip Hawk and Sweet Happy just kept talking to me about Carolina, and I'd heard about Carolina from everybody else and what a great place it was. Even though I was kind of wanting to go to California and go to San Francisco, Rip and Sweet talked me into going to North Carolina. And I'm so glad I did because I got out there and I got to work for Jim Crockett Sr., the old man. What an experience it was working for a man like that. I learned so much about integrity, about honesty and all that stuff working for Mr. Crockett there. What a wonderful man. He gave me every opportunity in the world. So things clicked for me out there. And so that became one of my favorite places. But all that backstory to tell you who were some of my favorite partners, at that time I got hooked up with Sandy Scott as a tag team partner.
Okay.
I tell everybody, I had two partners in North Carolina. One taught me how to work a tag team, and the other one taught me how to draw money in a tag team. And so Sandy Scott taught me how to work a tag team, how to be a good tag team partner, and when to tag in, when to walk away, and all that stuff. But the one that taught me how to help draw money in a tag team was good old Thunderbolt Patterson, Mr. Personality himself. I was tag team with Thunderbolt for about 2 years. We set every record in North Carolina during that run together. Wow. What a great partner he was, and what an intelligent person he was inside that ring. So Thunderbolt goes down as my all-time favorite tag team partner.